Yes, you read that title correctly, but it's a short story, so I'll talk about my date that led up to my girlfriend and I crashing a funeral. The day began with me getting ready for a date with my girlfriend. I drove her to her place, which is on the other side of the state. I picked her up and asked her where she wanted to go. Context, we like to go on some dates without a plan because we think it's more fun to explore, go to new places, and make things up as we go and make things more interesting. And that day was one of those dates. My girlfriend, let's call her Chica. Chica wanted to go to the lake and hang out there. I was driving around and Chica was giving me direction, and nothing will ever go wrong. We got lost 2 times because somebody couldn't put the right address in the GPS. And her excuse was I kept distracting her with my beautiful, handsome face. Likely excuse. We finally arrived at the lake, and it was a lot bigger than I imagined. I parked at the empty parking lot and noticed the lake was frozen solid. I even saw people walking on top of the lake. I saw people ice fishing, so I thought it was a perfect spot to take a nap in my car, like what anyone would do. Chica and I agreed to rest before we did anything. So we moved back on my seat, lay on my Pookie's lap, and took a nap. Chica didn't really take a nap. She was kissing me while I was sleeping, and I was sleeping for 45 minutes. Chica was kissing me for that long. I asked if she was bored, but Chica was having a blast kissing my face. Oh, isn't that adorable? Anyway, back to the important story. We decided to walk on the frozen lake. I tested how thick the ice was by walking on top of it with Chica. We walked to the spot where the ice fishing hole was. We realized the ice wasn't thick as we thought, and then we heard an echoing crack underneath the ice. So we speed walked back to our car, and after we got back to our car, we had a good laugh at the end. Chica suggested, let's see what else the lake has to offer. We were just following the road, playing with how much points we'll get if we ran over people. It's a game we play because we both enjoy GTA 5. Hey, look, it's a cute couple. That's 2 points. Hey, look, a pregnant woman. Is that 2 points or 1.5 points? Nah, that's bonus points. Then Chica saw a building next to the lake, and she thought they might be selling ice cream. While we were parking, I noticed there were a lot of expensive cars in the parking lot. Teslas, BMW, Cadillac. Is that the motherfucker Ferrari? Chica noticed there are boats next to the building, and that's when we realized it's a rich people event, which means free food. That's when we got the idea to pretend to be the guest and see what's going on. But first, bathroom. We went to the bathroom and it was really fancy. I didn't know a toilet could be so shiny. But anyway, we were walking around trying to blend in, but we realized other guests were wearing suits and fancy garments. We got that streetwear Lolita vibe. We did not blend in. But for some reason, they didn't pay any attention to us. Then we found food. Not just any food, a buffet. They got cookies and cream cakes, apple pie, lemon pie, sweet tea, and lemonades. We ran over there, grabbed some plates and cups, and started to help ourselves. There was a staff member there, and we asked, what was the event about? You guys are not invited? Are we supposed to be invited? You guys are at someone's wake. You do realize that, right? What's a wake? It's an event before the funeral. We both realized what we did and turned around and saw several people looking at us with disgust. So we did what anyone would do. grabbed the food, run like hell, and drove off. We were goofing and gaffing and laughing, having the time of our lives eating the spoils of war that we earned, and it was delicious. Hey, I think it's immoral to disrespect the dead. Maybe you shouldn't laugh about it. Yeah, who cares how they feel? They're rich. They could cry about it in the Ferrari. But I do not recommend people crashing into other people's funeral or wakes. Thank you for watching. This is Ignite Inc. signing out.